CalCentral is your online portal to almost everything Berkeley. It combines your student data into a personalized, mobile-friendly dashboard and digital assistant, drawing from dozens of campus sources. You can check your campus email, calendar, B courses, course capture, and more directly within CalCentral. Most importantly, CalCentral is where you will view and manage your finances and financial aid, which is what we're going to focus on today. So, let's take a look. When you first log in, you will see My Dashboard. On this page, you can accept your offer of admission if you haven't already. Be sure to review the message. You may not be required to pay the deposit. The new Admit Resources on the lower left side includes links to many frequently asked questions about admissions and financial aid. So, please, take a look. Your tasks are front and center and sorted by department to keep things organized. You can review both completed and incomplete tasks that you still need to finish. Simply click on View to see which tasks are outstanding. Expand the individual task to learn about what steps you will take to complete each task. Notifications are also on this page. Please be sure to read your messages. You will get a lot of messages from many campus departments in this section. It may seem overwhelming, but there's a lot of important information in these messages, and we don't want you to miss out on any opportunities. Just remember to read the messages from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office first. When they become available, the My Finances section within CalCentral gives you access to your billing and payment information, your financial aid awards, and links to important financial resources. Student billing and financial aid both involve your finances, and one impacts the other. And while they both live in your My Finances section, they are separate offices on campus. After clicking on My Finances, you will see a View Awards button. Use this to get to the awards page. You may have also navigated to your award information directly from your Map at Berkeley portal. On this page, you will find not only your financial aid award information, but also messages from the Financial Aid and Scholarships Office about any changes in your eligibility, award payment status, and financial aid requirements. This section also includes work study and loan management functions. There is a lot to take in, but don't worry, we'll take it piece by piece. On the far left, you will see net cost. Net cost is the difference between the entire cost of attendance and your gift aid, or free money. The net cost can be met with work study, loans, and outside scholarships. It is what you might pay for 1 year at Berkeley depending on your expenses. Your net cost is not the amount you will be billed by the institution. It gives you an apples-to-apples comparison of what it might cost you to attend one school versus another. Underneath net cost, you see communications. Check this section often, as this is where you will find notifications from our office about additional actions you may need to take in order for your financial aid to be ready to pay by the start of the term. In the center of the page, you will see estimated cost of attendance, or your budget, for the academic year. You can expand each budget item to view the components. You can also view your budget by term, which we'll come back to in a minute. On the far right, you will view the awards offered to you, organized by type. Be sure to scroll all the way to the bottom to review all the types of financial aid, gift aid, work study, and loans that may be offered to you. You can also view your awards by term. Review each award and click on the arrow to expand the award information and learn more about each individual award. Many of these messages contain important information about eligibility, such as enrollment requirements. You may see that your financial aid awards are labeled conditional. This means we're only estimating your financial aid because we still need something from you in order to confirm your financial aid. We'll come back to this when we talk about tasks a little later. If your awards are official, you can begin to accept, decline, or reduce your loans and/or work study awards for the academic year. If you are thinking you might want to work at some point in the first year, accept your work study early to let us know you plan to use it, as there is a limited funding. Go to your work study awards and click on the blue Accept button. This will let you choose how much of the award you want to accept for the year. You can choose to accept less than the maximum award. Once you accept the amount, you will still have the ability to convert all or a portion of unearned work study to an eligible loan during the year. Click on Find a Job link to go to the work study page on our website to learn more about the program and how to search for work study jobs. Accepting loans works pretty much the same way. Click on the blue Accept button next to the loan offers. Then, enter the amount you would like to accept. You can do this at any time during the academic year, so you don't have to decide right away. And like work study, you can accept any amount up to the offered amount. If you only need to borrow $2,000, for example, then accept that amount. And remember that it will split evenly, $1,000 in the fall and $1,000 in the spring if you are enrolled in both terms. You will have to complete some additional requirements after you accept the loan, like a promissory note and entrance counseling in order for the loans to pay. So, if you will need these funds at the start of the term, be sure to accept and complete loan requirements before you get to campus. You can also reduce or cancel loans after you accept them if you change your mind. Click on the Reduce Cancel link to do so. Enter 0 to cancel the entire loan. If your parents are interested in accepting an offered PLUS loan, they will need to do this through the Federal Student Aid Office of the U.S. Department of Education. You do not accept this award through CalCentral the way you would do other student loans. Expand the award information to learn more about what steps your parents will need to take to apply for the PLUS loan. Berkeley students receive over $10 million a year in outside scholarship aid. If you're one of those students, you will need to let us know about these scholarships, whether the donor sends the fund to you or to us, so we can coordinate that outside scholarship with the rest of your awards. To do this, click on the link to Report Outside Resources in the Awards section of CalCentral. You can choose the name of the resource from the drop-down menu or enter the name if you don't see the award on the list. Enter the amounts you will receive in fall and spring so we can add them to your financial aid package. Once you do this, you will see the awards included in your other financial aid awards. The housing section is important because your housing option impacts your estimated budget and your financial aid awards. If you're thinking about living off campus and you want to see how your awards will change, click on the Update Housing Pathway link to estimate the changes. You can estimate as often as you like, up until we finalize your housing type before the start of school in August. Remember when I mentioned viewing your budget and awards by semester? This is important if you're thinking about enrolling in the fall program for freshmen or Global Edge because the budgets and awards will be different each term. After you review your awards, it is important to find out what we may still need from you to ensure your aid is ready to pay by the start of the term. So, let's go back to those tasks we talked about earlier. The tasks sections are items you need to act on. It will provide you the information we are requesting from you and possibly your parents. This could include things such as submitting required documents, loan entrance counseling, or uploading additional documents. You can view your financial aid tasks from the dashboard or from My Finances. We'll first look at them in the dashboard. Start by making sure you're looking at incomplete tasks to see what you still need to do. As I mentioned earlier, tasks are organized by department. Let's focus on Finances tasks. Click View to expand the task list and see the individual requirements. Then, expand the task for more information and instructions for submitting the documentation requested. One task everyone must complete is accepting the financial aid terms and conditions. You will not receive your financial aid if you do not complete this task, so be sure to get this one done soon. You may have been selected for a process called verification, or if you are a DREAM student, the campus needs to confirm your eligibility for in-state tuition, or both. Verification simply means that we are required to collect documentation to confirm the information you provided on your aid application. It's important to remember that your awards will remain conditional until you complete the verification task. This information is stated in the task and in the award details. Also, know that your awards may change if we have to make corrections to your application information during verification. You can begin submitting documents once you have accepted your offer of admission and have created your CalNet account. You can also find your task on the Financial Aid and Scholarships page by navigating to My Finances and then View Awards. Your financial aid tasks are also listed in the Communications section on the right. Lastly, we know that many of you may be navigating this experience with the support of others. If you would like campus staff in financial aid, billing, or registration to communicate with someone that is supporting you through this process, please be sure to tell us that by completing the information disclosure in CalCentral. To do this, click on your beautiful picture in the corner and select Profile from the menu. Then select Delegate Access from the Privacy and Permissions menu. If you do not grant us permission, we are legally obligated to protect your information and cannot disclose information to your support network, including parents who may be paying the bills. Once you accept your admission and create your CalNet ID, take care of this so we can support the network that is supporting you. And remember, you don't have to give them access to your grades unless you really want to.
That was a lot to digest, but hopefully it was all helpful and straightforward, so you will have no problem diving in. Remember, CalCentral is your online portal to almost everything Berkeley. And yes, while it might not actually feed you, understanding your finances through this portal will help you understand how you can feed, well, you. Again, congratulations, and we're so excited to have you become part of our legacy of excellence. Welcome to your future, and go Bears!